Welcome to SmartWeb YouTube channel. So today I'll be teaching you how to use F strings in Python, to make your work easy and awesome. So you will love this video. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please try and subscribe. Only way you can support us is by subscribing to this YouTube channel. We are growing rapidly. Thank you for those that have already subscribed. So let's dive straight into this. Now, the editor I'll be using is Google Colab. I'll be using Google Colab for this tutorial. Okay, right. So we'll be taking it one step at a time. Let me connect to this runtime. Change runtime. Let me see. No, I needed to connect to this one. I don't want to make use of CPU. Okay, so let's wait for it to connect. It has connected already. So the first thing I want to show you how to use f-string for making use of basic variable insertions. Now the first thing here, if you have, for example, you have this name equals to this Alice, you know that if you print this, let me assume this string hello name, right? This is name as variable. Let's see what it gives to us. You can see what it gives to us, but in this situation we are making use of f string, so we'll not be doing it this way. Instead, we'll add f string to this function here. So we'll do this elf hello, then we'll use this bracket here, that's the set brackets, then enter. You can see it's also gave us what the same thing. So this is how you make use of f strings for basic variable insertion. And the second one is inline expression. If you want to use f string for inline expression, for example, you have a b is equals to, let me assume 6 and 7. You know that 6 is assigned to a and 7 is assigned to these variables, right? Now, and you want to print this out, you'll be having something like this. If you do something like this, let me ask you, if you have something like this, it will give you this result, right? Well, making use of making use of f strings, you can do something like this for the formatting. Then you're having is first of all a, right? And the next variable we have to add is what? Plus b, right? Plus b, right? Which will give you what? A plus b. Now let's hope this works. Let's try it. You can see now this gave you an expression. It printed an expression. It printed this a and b, which gave you the addition. It printed the expression instead of just printing what? Only 13. Now this is called what? Inline what? Expression. Now the next thing we have to do is what we call number formatting. Now you can use f string for number formatting. For example, if you have something like this, pi equals to 3.1414159245 etc, blah blah blah. Now what do you do if you want to format this using an f string? Print okay, so you know that anytime you want to use f string, you first type f and this pi to 2 decimal places, to 2 decimal, right? To 2 decimals, excuse me, to 2 decimals. Now you can see we are having a suggestion already. Now this is pi, which is this variable here, and what you just add what? 2f. When you print this, you'll be getting 3.14, right? If this is, let me assume this thing here is 5. Let's reprint this. You'll be having 3.15, right? Because the number before the 4 is up to 5, but since it's 1, you'll be having what? 3.4. Then you can change this to 3. So you can see how easier. You can see it increases to 4, so to any number that you really want, or to 1, any number that you really want. Now it depends on you. So you can see how easy to format numbers using f string. Remember, this one is called what? This one is called just for basic variables, right? This is just for basic variables, insertion, right? And this one is just for, what is it called here? This one is just for inline expression, inline expression, right? And this is called what? Number formatting, right? Number formatting, number formatting, number formatting. Now the next thing you can use what's it called, you can use f string to do is padding and an alignment. So let's get through to it. Let's write a function for I in range of this, let me assume, or 1 to 5. Okay, in range of 1 to 5. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's write this function. Print f. Okay, so in here, not this bracket, in here we're having I will explain after typing. I will explain this after typing. Let me assume 5. Okay. The next thing you have to do, okay, not 1 I, not this 2, right? The padding, this, and 5. Okay, then let's add another one. Let's make it I. Okay, cube this and 5. Okay, so what does this function simply mean? This function is saying for I in range of 1 to 5. That means from I, this I is being in range of 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 is not included. Now print I. That's the first line should be I. Then the second one should be I raised to power of 2, which is the first one here, I takes the value of 1. The second one here, I takes the value of what is it called, takes the value of 2, which is means 2 times 2 raised to power of 1, 2 raised to power of 2, and all that. So these are the ranges. You can also add another one here. Sorry, let's add another one. What's this? Let's add another one, I, right? Let me see. Raised to power of, let's just say 4 here, right? The padding is what? Padding is 5. Now you can see this means alignments, and this means what? Characters. Let's print this so that you see how it works. Why is it printing this first? Okay, true. Now this is 1, this is 2, right? Let me make this 4 and see what happens. 4. Let me delete this and see what happens here. Okay, print this I, right? Then another one is this raised power of 2. Okay, and I 3. There is a problem. Okay, this is where the problem is. This is where the problem is. So let's add another one here. I raised to power of 4, right? Then the padding should be this. Now this is it. You can see for the range, for the I in range 1 to 2. Let me make this 5. Let's see how it goes. From 1 to 5. You can see it. Now the first one is I, which is taking the value of 1. You can see 1 times 1, 1 raised to the power of 1, 1 raised to the power of 2 is 1. Everything is 1. The second one is 2. It takes the value of 2. 2 times 2. The second one is 2 raised to the power of 2, which is 4, and so on and so forth. The third one takes the value of 3. 3 raised to the power of 1 is 1. 3 raised to the power of 2, you can see 9, and all that. For the same thing here, that's what is happening. Now what is this thing doing? This means this left sign, or this sign means less than, right, which is left alignment, and 5 here is just the what, the basic character. Okay, welcome back. So as I was saying, this simply means what's it called, left. This simply means left alignment. This is right alignment, this is centered. So now, for example, if I copy this here, this is what it means. The space means the character, right? The character should be 5, like 5 spaces and all that. Now if you can see, if I copy this here and paste it, print, you can see this is left alignment. You can see high word. You can see this space here. This is what the 5 does. Now if I print this, if I paste this here, you can see for the first one is the left alignment, the second one is the right alignment, and the third one is the what, center alignment. So this is how you can make use of this and this. Now the next thing is date formatting. In date formatting, you can see that here, from date time, import date time now is equals to this date time dot now in bracket. Now using the f string, you want to print the date we are in and everything. When you run this, you can see it printed the time. This is the year, which is for this, the month, which is for this, the day, which is for this, hour, minutes and seconds, which is for this. Now by using what, f string. Then another thing is what, using what, dictionary. When you are using a dictionary, you can see the user, the name is Alice and age is this. Now using f string, you can say my name is, now this user in brackets, the name assigned, and now also was user and age. And when you print it, you'll be getting what, something like this: my name is Alice and I'm 25 years old. Then another thing that you can use, what's it called, another thing you can use f string to do is what, calling function inside f string. You can use it to call a function. For example, now if you have something like this, dev let's say dev shout, um let's write this tests, right? Then let's return tests, uppercase, right? Okay, let's call this uppercase. Now we want this text to be uppercase. Then print f shout, this text which is hello should be what, uppercase. Now you can see it changes this particular one to uppercase. So you can use it to what, to call a function, to call what, a function, or to write a function. You can see it returned this text uppercase, but this space plus this exclamation mark and all that. So that's another thing you can use f string to do. Then the last thing you can use f string to do, the last but not the least, is debugging with. For example, now you can, if you have something like score is equals to what is it called, score is equals to 95, right? 95, you can say print this. Okay, print this Now you can see this score here is 95. Now you said parse if this, like writing a function parse if score is greater than or equals to 60 h fail. So since the score here is 95, you can see that what it is parse. But if it's less than 50, if it's less than 60, that means fail. Let's choose 50 here. You can see that it's what it returns what fail. So this all you can use what these functions to do. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye.